Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Famous-ish.
Hi.
Hey!
Another week, just when you thought you were rid of us, we are back.
We are back. You can't get rid of us that easy.
You can't get rid of us. No, you love us.
It's like a
right?
virus.
Right?
Yeah. Right.
Come on.
Right? She's not a control freak.
Tell me you love me. How's it going, guys? How's it going, Cam?
There's a new Sims pack coming
Oh,
out.
Jesus, not this again. Are you kidding me? Am I living like Groundhog Day?
What is it now? What?
It's the only semi-exciting thing going on.
The only semi-exciting thing in your life is another Sims pack
Well,
that you'll talk about for
cats.
weeks and then never play.
Well, like, the only event. It's like an event.
An event, okay. What's the event?
The Sims pack coming out. They don't come out that often. Like, with an actual pack.
What's the actual pack?
Werewolves.
That's the thing. I go, didn't we already have werewolves? Because I played Sims 3. We're on Sims 4 now currently, right?
Yeah.
And Supernatural was when I was kind of like, this jumped the shark. I'm not doing this. This is too weird. I don't need werewolves in my simulation game.
They're making it a different world, though. That's the thing about The Sims 4. They made it so things don't, like, interfere with others.
Oh.
Verbal? I'm officially the old lady out of SpongeBob.
Burble?
What?
Verbal?
What did she say?
What's she talking about?
Gerbil. You're getting a gerbil?
It is. This is our life. Actually, that was a glimpse into our life.
You said you want to buy some chocolate.
Wayne is just random, dude. What's up, Mr. Wayne?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up with you? Cam's
How's it
excited
going?
about Sims, she said. What's up with you?
What's up with me? Nothing.
Nothing.
I just went live. I'm editing some videos, you know.
Wayne's life.
This is my life. I'm doing a podcast.
What's that from? Is that like Barbie Dreamhouse or something? Speaking of Barbie, by the way, okay, should have been our question for this week. Have you ever just seen like a picture of something that you normally like, or seen something or read something about someone and it's been like, then turned to ick, like got the ick? That was me with the freaking Ryan Gosling as Ken picture. You know I love Ryan Gosling. Like, there was not a bigger fan of Ryan Gosling, and the Ryan Gosling doesn't like his cereal. Like, I would laugh at that daily, those memes. Remember when those were popular?
Yeah.
Like, I love Ryan Gosling. Breaker High. Ryan Gosling loved him. Then the photos pop up of Ryan Gosling as Ken, and I instantly was kind of like, I don't like it.
But you're not the only one.
Really?
I've seen it on the internet. Everybody
kind
is
of put off
cringing
by
at
it?
Ryan Gosling's Ken.
It's not. It just doesn't look
Ryan
like
Gosling
him.
fans are like,
why
what the
am I
hell
not
is going
attracted to
on?
this? Why am I instantly like not attracted
For
to
what?
this?
It's pretty bad.
Cam, you haven't seen. Okay, so there's going to be a Ken and Barbie movie.
Is it
I
the
think it's
blonde
called
hair?
Ken and Barbie. The fakey blonde hair. I feel like his face doesn't look like his face.
Yeah, the fakey blonde hair, or is it the? What is it?
I
That's
don't
so
know.
turn offy about him.
It's like really like, wait, I'm not
Why doesn't he
attracted
look like
to a shirtless Ryan Gosling.
He doesn't look like a Ken doll to me. He looks like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's what I said. So I was
candy
a
raver.
Barbie stan growing up. Like, I love Barbies. Barbies were huge in my life. Had tons of Barbies, tons of Kens. Camdyn had Barbies and Ken. She loved Barbies. And I go, Ken isn't bleached blonde. This is not what Ken looks like.
Yeah, he's never had bleach blonde hair.
Yeah.
That's untrue. Because I was saying the same thing. I go, this is blasphemy. Ken's got sandy blonde hair, and sometimes even has dark hair. Looked up on Amazon. I looked up Ken dolls. And about 5 or 6 Ken dolls came up. They have the blonde, part big hair. Not big hair, but more hair.
Like the surf Ken?
Yeah, but there weren't all surf Ken. There
Barbie
was
Ken.
like a Prince Ken. And there was all these other Kens. They had the hair that he had. So it's a modern Ken doll. So I apologize for instantly being like, this is totally inaccurate. There's no bleach blonde Kens.
Well, he's blonde, not bleach blonde.
I know. So the picture with Ryan Gosling is bleach blonde, long, kind of like the bang hair.
He's blonde in
Even
that one.
in Barbie Life in the Dream
Pines
House,
movie.
that's somewhat modern,
With the tattoos.
I guess. Is it modern?
Does he have bleach blonde?
No,
I always think
it's
of him
just
as
blonde.
a sandy blonde.
Yeah, like a
hair,
dirty
but in
blonde,
this is-
kind of.
And
Why
I'm
is it
not
bleach
sold
blonde?
on Margot Robbie as Barbie either. I feel like Barbie's a little more like girl next door beautiful type.
Why does he look like
You
the
think
guy
Margot
at
Robbie is a good
7-Eleven?
Barbie?
I don't think Margot Robbie's really Barbie to me, but
That is not Ryan Gosling.
Who's Barbie? Other than, like, National Lampoon's Vacation chick
like
in the
Charlize
car.
Theron. Like, Barbie's beautiful.
Charlize Theron could be
but
a
like
Barbie.
really, really, I don't know. I just think Margot Robbie's face is a little too angular.
Back in the day, Chrissy Brinkley. That's Barbie.
Maybe. Yeah.
National Lampoon's
Anyways,
Vacation. Girl.
what was I talking about? Yeah. I instantly got the ick, and now I'm kind of like, I'm going to have to watch some old Breaker
Is it supposed to
High
be
get it
like
back.
a trashy Barbie?
I don't know if it's supposed to be a parody of Barbie or an adult Barbie.
It must be. Come on, it's Margot Robbie. They're not taking this serious.
The Ken in Toy Story 3.
Well, yeah, that's like the Ken you think
Is
about.
what Ken is supposed
that
to look
side
like.
part kind of helmet head Ken.
Yeah.
With the sandy-ish blonde hair, light brown hair.
Is that just the 80s Ken or something? Am I missing out? I guess I don't play with Barbies.
Anyways, I think the now modern Barbie Kens look like this. They look very heartthrobby Kens instead of just the, other old Ken. Anyways, babe.
No, this is a trashy parody, I think.
I did find a Ken doll when I was looking at Kens. Well, my mom did. And we found a Ken doll that looked exactly like Wayne.
It did not look like me.
It looked like Wayne!
It just had long hair, which I now have, which is crazy to me.
Camdyn.
Long
I'm going
hair.
to show Camdyn the picture of this Ken doll.
No!
This Ken doll is from
68.
68.
So the 1968 Ken doll looks like me. So basically, I'm a hippie.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not saying
He
there
has
is.
long hair. That's your hair color.
Yeah.
And he has invisible nipples.
He's
got no nipples.
I knew there was something there. I knew.
I knew that
That
there was
it
some
wasn't-
uncanny resemblance, but you couldn't put your finger on it.
Now I see it.
Exactly.
The nipples.
It's the nipples. It's the no nipples.
Huh.
It's you.
I don't. My nipples are not that small. But I've never noticed that. Like, that's something that you would notice. I wouldn't. His nipples are small.
I mean,
that's
Ken's
for sure.
famously
He has
don't have
no
any
nipples.
sort of anatomical
This is apparently me.
additions.
The me Ken doll.
Kens have molded plastic underwear and no bulge of any kind.
Yeah.
Poor Kens. Anyways, that's that. That's what's going on in my life. I Googled Ken dolls and it was weird. And I'm not sure what I think about Ryan Gosling. I'm a little bit icked. He's one of my few celebrity crushes. I don't really admit to celebrity crushes very much.
I saw him in that one artsy movie and it was over for me.
I mean,
Which one? Blue Valentine was terrible.
No, I don't know what it's
Is
called.
he in that one? Maybe he wasn't in that one.
Ryan
Artsy
Gosling.
movie.
It was weird.
Then you just watch The Notebook and then it all comes back to you.
It was a,
I mean, if you put in the word Ryan, the first thing that comes up is Ryan Gosling Ken.
That's
Because
what everyone's talking
everybody is like, what the hell is
about.
going
What the
on?
hell is it? I dig the
You've
Ken
seen that,
underwear.
Camdyn?
Babe, can
What's
we
going
get
on with
you
Ryan Gosling
Wayne
Ken?
underwear? Like underwear with the band says
Yeah, I like how he has the
Wayne.
Ken underwear.
I like the underwear.
Ken instead of Calvin,
Yeah.
right? That's like so Wayne
Yeah.
underwear.
Yeah, I'll just get Wayne. Like little kids, like when you write their name in their underwear. A permanent marker, but it'll just be Wayne.
Or Kenny. You just add the N and the Y.
Hey, shh.
Bam.
Guys, if you've listened this far into the podcast, you heard Wayne's secret.
If they don't know my real name by now.
There's lots of people who don't know your real name by now.
Yeah, that's true.
No one knows my real name.
It's weird because I've always hated my name, Wayne. I've hated my middle name since the beginning of time, and I hated my dad for wanting to call me Wayne.
After him, is that
Wayne
that's his
Butler.
name?
It just sounded like a freaking country singer immediately. Wayne Butler.
So you hated Wayne Butler on its own, but not Kenny Wayne?
Yeah, and Kenny Wayne is
Wayne.
way worse. Kenny Wayne Shepherd. There's one out there already.
Yes, exactly.
Kenny Wayne Butler.
is the embodiment of
Right after
country
Garth
singer.
Brooks, Kenny Wayne Butler. Exactly. So it's just weird to me that my
Camden's
What?
still
Persona
looking at this
is
Ryan
Wayne
Gosling
Butler.
movie.
I'm trying very
It's
hard
weird.
to find it.
Wayne Butler is a different person than Kenny Butler.
it's my name though.
I know, but I'm just saying, your Wayne. For people who don't know, the Wayne is fairly, I think, 99.9% authentic on the internet. Actually, Wayne is 100% authentic. But I still think of Wayne and Kenny Butler as different people.
That's weird.
I mean, even though I don't think you're being a weird thing on the internet, it's like you're different.
No, I get it. I mean, I am yeah.
I
Like,
found
when you're
it.
Wayne, I'm on.
Kenny's just in trouble.
The thing is, I talk to Wayne way more than I talk to
What
Kenny.
I do? What I do? It's weird when you say
Am I really
Kenny.
married to Wayne?
You're like Kenny in the kitchen. I'm like, oh shit.
All my interactions
What
are
broke?
with Wayne.
What broke? They gave us the wrong creamer And immediately you just take it out of the fridge and you go, Kenny? And I'm like, oh, what the hell? I put it upside down. I put it the right way so it wouldn't spill. It's not even open yet. What are you yelling at me for? And you were like, Target gave us the wrong creamer. But like, I thought immediately I did something.
Oh no! Look at his instant response.
Kenny always gets in trouble. Wayne's cool. Wayne's like, I don't care. Whatever.
Well, yeah.
Whatever, lady.
That's people know. People who watch our live streams. Speaking of, if you haven't watched our live streams before, you should watch them. It's another glimpse into our family. Or join Patreon where we have very cool,
tomorrow,
intimate live streams.
It is very intimate, and it's only $5 a month, and you can join us 2 times a month for that intimate live stream. But tomorrow we will be on Instagram.
That's true.
At 6 p.m. Pacific time for a live stream trivia night.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're moving over from Likey app, and so please join us 6 p.m. Pacific time trivia night.
Yeah, this is something that our family has done for years now. That's insane to think.
That is actually.
But it's what we've been doing. We have a new champion this week.
I'm pretty sure most people will make it.
But anyone who watches our live streams, they know that when I get annoyed, I call you Kenny.
Exactly.
Live streams. They go, uh-oh.
When I say something like,
Kenny.
Not PC, is immediately Kenny. Kenny?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Oops.
On Instagram, you can say whatever you want, pretty much.
So technically I'm not married, because Wayne Butler is not on the marriage certificate.
Good. I didn't marry Wayne Butler.
Exactly.
Anyways.
This is why you never see her.
I found out the name of the movie.
Okay, what was the name of the movie?
Only God Forgives.
Oh, I've never seen it.
Did you watch that movie?
I hated it.
Is that the one with the brother dies and he wants to get revenge on him or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a prostitute.
It's bad. The one where he's in like Japan or something, China.
I'm not saying every Ryan Gosling movie is
the best
gold,
Ryan
but I'm
Gosling movie
No,
is not The Notebook.
I've seen. It was the only actual Ryan Gosling movie
What
I've
is your
seen.
favorite?
The best Ryan Gosling movie is Drive.
Drive.
Yes.
Crazy Stupid Love. Is that the one he's in?
Crazy Stupid Love is really funny with
like
Steve
that.
Carell.
Yeah.
That one? That's really good.
How have I not seen that?
Because you don't watch movies. You live in a cave and watch videos about Sims updates.
But Only God Forgives. Only God Forgives, you get an idea of how Ryan Gosling can be pretty vicious. And in Drive, he's like
It was like good acting.
It's not a good movie. I didn't like it either. It's stupid. But
it's really
Drive. You should watch Drive. You'll like Drive.
Weird gore art too.
Yeah, it's weird.
I've never seen it.
It's a weird movie.
Anyways,
and it was
I just
the first
like the memes
Ryan...
where they tried to feed him cereal. I freaking love it.
Yeah, but it was the first
and
Ryan
Hey
Gosling
Girl.
movie I'd ever seen. Like the actual Ryan Gosling movie.
Yes.
And I watched it.
And it's very bittersweet because that guy died from cancer. And so Ryan Gosling finally did eat his cereal.
Yeah.
Oh, really? The guy that made the meme?
Yeah, the guy that made the
You didn't
meme
see
got
it?
cancer. And then he died. And so Ryan Gosling finally ate his cereal. He said, hey, man. And he grabbed his cereal and he ate it. And it's a very sad, amazing video. You should watch it on YouTube.
I should watch it, but it's going to make me sad.
Ryan Gosling
I won't
finally
be able to originally laugh at the other
finally
ones
ate his
anymore.
cereal.
Well, you have to. That's what they would have wanted.
That was a genius Vine.
Yeah, I love
it. It was absolutely genius.
Yeah. No.
And so funny.
Never been replicated with the people trying to give people things on screen. You know, the Loki one. People love to do the Loki one where the Loki's walking away and then they have something and then he turns around. It's not replicated the same way as the Ryan Gosling cereal.
It was the best one. And I just don't want to do anything that's come close to that because it's just like...
Yes, it is.
Feels
one
like...
of my favorites. I didn't know that. I don't keep up on everything, but it's one of my favorite bits. Running bits. Loved it. Loved it. So the question I thought I should have asked this week was like, what's something that you saw that instantly gave you the ick on something you originally loved, which was the Ken picture of Ryan Gosling. But that good question I didn't ask. I asked a crappy question that barely anybody understood.
They understood it, just not well.
Not well. It's
not our fault.
They tried to just barely pass, like Camdyn. Just do enough. Just
it
do
wasn't,
enough.
Though.
Anyways, so the question we asked is kind of like, what's something that you feel like for a while was freaking everywhere? It's all you heard about. Everyone couldn't stop talking about it, doing it, whatever. And then it was a sudden drop off. Like it just fell off a cliff and disappeared. It wasn't like a slow burn and it went down to like D level, whatever. It was something that was there constantly and then not. Mm-hmm. That was kind of the gist we were trying to get with the question. And for those of you who answered, thank you.
So now we're on Ask Reddit.
So what do we got?
We got a bunch of answers.
I know.
And most of them we can't.
do.
We're like, whatever. But Ray Hopscotch said something that is actually pretty true because I have not said this in so long. And that is the bomb.
Thebomb.com.
You know?
Remember when it became... Okay, the bomb was like a 90s thing, right?
The bomb or the bomb.
bomb.
Yeah, it was.
And then what in the freaking 2000s was thebomb.com?
I never said that in my life.
You have
I've heard it, but I've never said...
You have
no,
said it.
I haven't. I
Play
refuse.
the tapes, God.
I refuse.
He has said it.
Thebomb.com?
You have
I feel like
said
you
it.
said
I
it,
know you have said it.
Only out of irony. I mean,
Well,
satire.
yeah, but-
I satirically
Camden
said
has said
it.
this before, where
Ironically?
you do something at first ironically, and then there's a moment where you have the realization that you're no longer doing it ironically, and it's actually a part of your personality, and you have become the thing that you loathe.
Me.
And yes.
Me.
Camden. That's what I'm saying. Camden has talked about this a lot.
Me. Yeah.
And yes, you have become the thing that you despise so much.
I forgot what.
You were saying things. What was it? Was it saying this? Was it saying what? You know, the thing where you...
Cam would always say, oh my God, what was it? Like the continuation type thing. Not and then, but it was like, you know what I mean? Was it
This?
totally or no?
Actually.
Actually.
This was when Camden was young, though, like 5 or 6.
That's not a meme, though.
No, it's not. But this is what Camden used to do, and then she suddenly stopped. There's lots of things Camden used to do and then stopped, like burping and whistling and all. But she used to, when she was a kid, she'd be, actually, I want chicken nuggets. Actually.
That's really funny.
You know, everything was like she was just owning you with her action.
Literally. Did you ever say literally? Literally.
I say literally.
Literally.
Literally
Literal.
is just a habit, basically.
But I try not to say it where it's like, I'm literally dead. I try not to say it like, my heart stopped beating. I try not to say it when it's like, so not literally that.
I don't think
No,
I've
you
ever
know
said
what my
that.
new literally is? I like saying quite actually.
Oh, God.
But, like, not in an obviously
Quite actually?
presumptuous
How does that
way.
even work
But,
together?
like, in a
Quite
comedic
actually.
way.
What are you, like some rich?
What are
like,
you saying? Something quite
actually.
actually is good? Or I don't even think those two words
I
mesh
don't
well
know.
together. Camden's wrote too many
Is that what I'm saying?
essays. Camden scored too high on her ECT writing. She thinks she has to add in all these extra
I was like that in high
quantifying
school.
words.
It too shall pass.
He's like, I'm putting essentially in front of every single sentence. I write.
Actually.
Essentially.
That's the one thing I was good at. Don't take it from me.
That is the bomb.
I just like
.com.
words. I like saying
I never said
technically. I like the
swear you
word quite
Strike me
so
now,
much.
God, if I ever said that. No, I've never. The
Wayne is no
dom.com?
longer
Yeah.
with us.
I refuse
Like
to.
about food, I swear. Like, come on,
You
this
do
is
say it
thebomb.com.
about food. It's about food.
It's about food.
It's about food.
You
Yeah.
saying it about food. You have said it about food.
I said it's a bomb. I never said it's bomb.com. I refuse.
I can hear it.
It's bomb.com. I was not meaning it, though.
I'm like, Cameron, come on, try this. This is thebomb.com.
I had a friend that always said the bomb. This is the bomb. That's the bomb. This show's the bomb. And it just drove me crazy, and I never said the bomb again. Like, he literally all the time. And
What was the one? This is. I'm trying to think of what my sister said. It was like, this is. It was either like, this is cash and also money. Or like, this is something.
Cash,
and then it'd
money?
be like, and also money.
Camden?
No, Grace, my sister would say.
Cash?
This is cash and then she would be like, and also money.
Cash money?
It was like an add-on to a thing. This is,
Cha-ching.
no, or did she say this is the bomb and then be like, and also money? And you just keep on adding dumb things that are like
Oh
from
my
the
God.
90s on it. This is money. Do you remember saying stuff was money?
That's like my humor.
No,
This
just
is
the bomb.
money.
I remember. Oh,
The shiz.
What was the
The shiz.
Gucci?
Oh my God.
That's what I started saying unironically.
Yes, that's what Camden started saying unironically, Gucci.
No, it wasn't Gucci. It
Yeah.
was the saying.
Doesn't that mean like everything's
It was
cool?
like cash money, but
Everything's okay.
something.
It's Gucci. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's cool.
God, I hope the Gucci stuff disappears. I think, remember, that's one of the things, Gucci was everywhere. The Gucci slides, everyone freaking had Gucci slides. The Gucci belts, Everyone had that. And then people always had Gucci, and then we had freaking Gucci Gang. Sorry, I really hate Gucci Gang.
Well, yeah,
And it was everywhere.
That's when Gucci was murdered and
Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci
Can't
Gang.
even.
Anyways.
I thought that I'm a Dad would have been an amazing success after Gucci Gang.
I'm
I'm
dad,
really upset.
but it speeds up every time Wayne Butler says I'm a dad. That's what's going to go viral.
Yeah.
Remember listening to Gucci Gang, but
I'm a dad, 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 I'm a
That's
dad.
a trend that disappeared.
That is
People
a trend.
don't speed up random memes anymore.
They don't do that anymore? That's a
No.
lost art.
No, they're like...
That's so
they were
last
like,
year.
Bass
that's so,
boosted
like, 5 years
Undertale. Every
Last year.
time Sans goes do, it speeds up by 5.
That's so
I'm a dad, but
2000.
speeds up 5% every time Wayne Butler says
I'm a dad, I'm a dad, I'm a dad, I got the best boobs. I'm a dad, I'm a dad, I got the best boobs.
And that was like 2018.
It's so good. I listened to the whole version of Gucci Gang like that.
This is the bomb.
I am ashamed.
Bomb.com.
What?
And cash, also money. Okay, what's next?
Wow.
Oh,
Wowzers.
I say swaggeroni.
Swag.
I say swag all the time. I say
Swag's gone, right?
no, I'm keeping
You know what's
it
gone.
alive.
Oh, and I'm so glad
Not
it's
like
gone.
I'm saying it's money.
I think it kind of fell off quickly. I don't think it was a slow
What?
burnout. YOLO.
That's because the type of people that said that didn't use it right.
What? Isn't it like a Logan Paul type person says YOLO?
That's what I mean. Idiots.
Idiots. So then it
It's
died
not
out.
like inspirational.
Survival of the fittest.
It's
if
not
only
like
used by-
inspirational or go cliff diving. It's like, yo.
It died out once,
Go.
so people said YOLO, the cool people said YOLO, theoretically. And then some 40-year-old mom put YOLO on their letterboard, and then it became uncool.
No, when the mean white guys on YouTube found it, that's when it got
Oh, so it was cool before
when
that.
it was Danny Duncan's better than Logan Paul.
What about this saying? Is this even thing? Okay, this is a saying people would say. I've heard this. This was in the 90s. Have you ever heard this, Cam? I guarantee you've never... Tough titties.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring it back.
I
When do you
feel
say
like
it?
you can't say
Well,
tough
tough titties.
I feel like you can't say tough titties.
Well, that's the tough tits, man. That's
like if you say,
tough tiny titties.
crap, I don't have any milk. Tough titties.
your dog died. Tough titties.
No, you don't use it with your dog died. Your dog died. You give them genuine compassion.
What does it even mean, though, tough
No.
titties?
You
Means
failed the
tough
exam.
luck.
I mean, I know what it means, but, like, what does it
I
have to
know,
do with
that's- I was
titties?
trying to think of that too.
You dropped
Tough
out
titties.
of high school. Tough titties, bro.
That's what people
Tough
say, like,
titties.
something as hell. Like, mad as hell. You know, like, I don't know.
Well,
something.
hell is fiery
Hey.
and
Hell
mad
is
and angry. Think
fiery.
about if your stomach
Oh,
or something
yeah.
was mad as
That
hell,
makes
it wouldn't
sense,
be
I
good.
Explode. That means you have explosive diarrhea.
Yeah.
Marvell Jones had a good one. He
Okay.
said, and this brings up a dad joke too. I went to the dentist, and he said, "Do you floss?"
The floss.
And I got up and I started dancing, and I got kicked out.
The
flossing.
The
Flossing. Do you remember
is still
that?
popular with the kindergarten set.
The flossing.
Because I know my
Yeah,
niece
yeah,
Haley
Still a thing?
floss is like a mad woman.
Right
Yeah.
now, still a thing. People
Flossing?
floss.
I mean, I think younger kiddos still floss.
Yes.
Really?
No, here's the thing. If I was a kindergartner, I'd fit right in because they are stuck in 2016.
Yeah.
No,
So
They are Five Nights at
We've all been-
Freddy's,
Yeah.
Friday Night Funkin'.
And those stupid Fortnite dances.
Oh, Fortnite. Fortnite is something that I feel is gone, right?
I haven't
People
heard
still
them.
Fortniting, not like they were. Fortnite was everywhere.
There's no good players, so it boosts my confidence.
That's
So
all
all
you
the
would hear
good
about.
players have moved on.
It boosts my confidence to play Fortnite because
Cam,
I can
if
win.
we said floss right this second, would you remember how to?
Yeah?
You think you could floss right now?
Why? It's literally like the
There's a
most
video
simple-
of Camdyn flossing on the internet. It was on the front page of Snapchat back in like 2015.
I can floss.
The what?
Yeah, remember the video of you
Oh.
flossing in that onesie?
Yeah, huh.
We were just reminiscing about teaching Wayne to try to floss because it was a huge popular trend. People were flossing like crazy in the Musical.lys.
Mm-hmm.
And teaching you how to floss was like pulling teeth. I remember you'd be like this, and we just had to go really slow-mo. And then even when you eventually did it, it was like, you
I
know.
have no rhythm. I've never been able to dance my entire life. I don't think that if I went to one of those dance schools, they would just be like, listen, here's your money back. It's not going to happen, bro. Like, professional dancers teaching me would not do it. They would just be like, I can't. This guy is unteachable.
Oh, no.
Huh.
I can only dance when I'm like butter. Like, what's that called? Like break dancing deal,
He's doing interpretive dancing.
Not thinking about it.
I can feel a beat.
I don't know. Theoretically, you guys said I could dance when we were teaching the dances, but I can't.
Excuse me, if
You
you
can
can't
dance
dance,
better.
I can dance. So I
With
can't
her.
dance. So you can dance. We can dance.
If you want to do one of them like
can
Charlie
dance if
D'Amelio
you want to.
freaking TikTok
We can
dances,
go with the
you would be better at those TikTok dances than I ever would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raising the roof is
Then
the
also,
best
like,
form
the
of
second,
dance.
Like a camera would get on me, I'd just like clam up and be like, "This is why I could never go on Wheel of Fortune or one of those shows." I'd just turn into a deer in the headlights and be like,
Raising the roof is one of the best forms of dance in the world.
Oh yeah, my dance is great. Camdyn's done my dance too on live streams. If you guys want a reenactment of my dance,
Yeah. I mean,
good
it's the
dance.
same dance. We dance the same way.
We dance
So we
the
are
same-
good dancers.
We are good. Okay, good.
You
Thank you,
can't
Cam.
say you're a bad
And
dancer
Camdyn
or you're
and I are
insulting
learning the
me.
dynamite dance. From
But Cam, have you
BTS,
seen that
and
new
We
one?
we'll
gotta
eventually
do that. We
It'll
gotta
be
see
like,
that after they've disbanded. Yeah.
yeah, it'll be our tribute.
Have you seen the My Money Don't Jiggle Jiggle? My money
Yeah.
don't jiggle jiggle. It folks. I think we can do that.
What is this?
It's a dance.
I hate
that goes
that
with this
song.
song, and I think we can do it.
I'm glad.
I
I'm
think
gonna
we
leave the
can do
house
it.
to
I
not
hate
be
that
exposed
song.
To these things.
Sitting in my Fiat. It's basically a parody.
Okay.
All right, it's an actual good parody rap, unlike
Huh.
mine.
A good parody rap.
I don't.
It is.
Oxymoron if I've ever heard one.
I don't like how overused it is.
All right, what do we got?
Middle-aged people.
We have Pokemon Go.
That's true.
Fun facts. I am level 40 in Pokemon Go, and it's only because I gave my sister my Pokemon Go login, and she did Pokemon Go in my name, and she said, you got to get to level 40 so you get some sort of legacy coin, which
Fun
means
fact.
you got to level...
I don't have that game on my phone. Haven't in a long time. Deleted it.
Don't delete it. At
Fun
least trade
fact.
me your rares. I know you have some rares on there.
I don't have nothing
But-
rare unless you want a rare
I think you
Rattata.
have a Kangaskhan.
I got some rare
I think you
Rattatatas.
have a few unknown. But yeah, so I got level 40 before, but they still play and they battle and they're part of Pokemon groups and all sorts of
Have
stuff.
they
So
updated
it still
it?
exists, but it's not like
It's not dead.
One of the best times of my life, honestly.
Oh, it's
that
really
summer
not
when it
dead.
came out, I feel like that was everyone was united in a cause.
That's because we were in a
Everyone
big
had
city.
fun. Yeah, we were in Boston.
We were in Boston, and it was like you could catch them on
Everyone
the
was
sidewalk.
doing it.
And yeah, we didn't look like idiots because everyone was doing it.
It was kindred. You were in the car, you were on your phone, there'd be kids walking on the street, and they'd be like, Pokemon Go! There's a Scyther up the street!
Yeah.
And you'd be like, yeah!
That was when the world was good.
I do
There was hope for
reminisce
humanity.
that, like, that time,
When
and
people
then
were like,
also,
guys,
like,
there's a Pokestop
the
over here.
mid-90s were, like, times in my life where, like, things were good.
I enjoyed it until they took it, the spinning sign thing, they took it off with driving, and I
Oh,
stopped.
yeah, they didn't
'Cause
want
I got
people to
mad.
do it. Yeah, we were trying to spin stops. We were in Boston, so we were on the T, which is their subway, and we were trying to spin stops really fast as you went by stops, remember? And they're like, no, you're too far away. And we're like, no!
I did
Oh,
enjoy like just sitting there doing nothing, and then you're like, oh, there's a Squirtle down the street, and we just get up and go walk down the street
Yes.
Yeah.
in the middle of the
Literally.
night. That was fun.
Yeah,
That was
Oh
like
my
a
gosh, remember there was
We
an
walked
app
down
that,
by
Camping.
the beach.
that said where all the spawns were? What was that website that was created and it gave you all the spawns? Like everything that was spawning at that point. Like you could literally look up like Santa Monica Pier and see like all the
yeah.
dragon
Oh, I
knights that
don't
were
know.
spawning. What was the name of that site?
I don't remember,
They
but
shut it down. 'cause
wasn't
they
it
changed-
cheating?
It wasn't. That's not cheating. That's just like looking at.
No,
the
my
code.
friend cheated because he said that he told his phone that he was in San Francisco when
yeah.
he was in like freaking Tennessee or Vegas. He's like, I'm in San Francisco and I'm at this bridge, and he would catch Dragonites, and that was
right.
cheating.
That's what they were using it for, was cheating.
And that's why they got rid of it.
Yeah.
Mm.
But people still Pokemon Go, but it's definitely not like, it was
Because
such a thing.
No, because they do. The only people it's not a thing for are people who really are in the Pokemon community. Because I played Pokemon games, or I was interested in it for a little bit, and I went on the Reddit, and people are really, really talking about Pokemon Go.
Well,
If you're into Pokemon, you're into Pokemon
the thing
Go.
about Pokemon Go, it's way better for 40-year-olds. because you need money. I'm sorry to break it to you. You gotta buy balls. You gotta buy incubators. You gotta buy all the thingies.
And
the
gas
lures
money.
and gas money and all this other stuff to get your Pokemon. And you gotta be old enough to have other good people like you can communicate with and meet up for raids and all this other stuff. It's so much better when you're older. No 16-year-old's gotta spend $50 on Pokemon Go.
The best place to play back in the day, Pokemon Go, was the Mall of America.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That was
Mall
great.
of America.
I was at Mall of America. It was
so
on
fun.
a Pokemon Go community day. It was on the Eevee community day, and I got so many Eevee, and I evolved them all. It was amazing.
It's just so fun to run around the mall and catch Pokemon. And everybody is doing it with you.
Yeah.
And then you stop for Long John Silver's.
Yeah. That's true.
It was
Life hack. If you need Pokemon, go to Mall of
amazing.
America. Yeah. Oh, fond memories.
Squid Game. You obviously don't have Roblox.
Squid Game is what I was thinking when I asked
Still
this question.
popular on Roblox.
They have a season 2. It's coming out.
Okay, so that's the thing. When
And
Squid
it's gonna
Game came
blow
out,
up
what,
again.
last year sometime?
Yeah.
In like the summer or early fall, right? And then everyone watched it right away, binged it because it's on Netflix. You don't even have to wait. And they're like, "Where's season 2?" So it got renewed for season 2. I understand that you can't just make like season after season after season and have them come out right away, but like when there's that downtime waiting part, it always loses its whatever. There was the people that Squid Game wasn't geared towards, which Camdyn's talking about, the young kids on Roblox. They're still playing Squid Game. And this made me think of Marcy, who's one of our nibbling
I saw
dummies.
this.
Marcy was obsessed with Squid Game when it came out because it was a Roblox game. She was 6 at the time.
She thought she was a fan of a Roblox game.
They ordered that big Squid Game of the girl. It's like a big Squid Game banner. So her birthday was in November.
It's not just like a poster.
Yeah, it's like a big old banner wall hanging.
Creepy.
Yes. And so it's
Covers
that
the
doll,
whole wall.
and they had like a birthday hat on it. So she had
They
like
put the music
partially
on?
a Squid Game. She sings it. She goes, "What did na 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 na?" That was
Yeah.
her thing. So it really hit big with the young kids. But their wall hanging with the Squid Game girl has been up. It's still up in their house, and they've decorated it.
Yeah.
For
Bunny
every holiday
ears.
since then. They had Christmas hat on it.
Mm-hmm.
They had little leprechaun hat on it. They had bunny ears on it. It's gone through all the holidays now, and it's still up.
Yep.
I still haven't sat down and watched Squid Game. I know what happens.
Just don't.
I think the kids made it more than what it is. I've seen Cube. I've seen Saw. I've seen Hostel. I've seen Resident Evil. I've seen so many things that are, you know what I mean?
But the thing is
to them, is it like because it's gory, or is it because it's like, oh my god, they got killed? Like, I don't know.
I
It
don't
seems
know.
to have less plot than like Saw, and Cube.
I liked it, but also
maybe
it
it's
was
like Cube.
too much. And like an ending of a season hasn't pissed me off in so long. You know what I mean? Like
I'm sure everybody's seen it by now. Spoiler alert.
I'm just saying the end pissed me off. And I was like, this had a chance.
I think the
but
end
it
pissed
didn't.
everybody off.
You know,
What's
and like,
the point?
And then it made me really hate the protagonist, which you're supposed to be rooting for, right? So like, if they do something that makes the protagonist totally fall off in
So
your
is that the main
opinion-
guy, the protagonist? Is he still alive?
Yes,
He's in this new season.
I assume.
I saw a little teaser trailer.
Still alive, and it's BS.
Yeah.
Because
No.
what's the point of introducing us to that girl, and then that girl who could have been her friend if they got out? I might like the show.
Exactly.
Why
They
the
coulda
hell
had it.
did
There
he
was
go back? That's my
unnecessary
question.
stuff. Yeah.
Why is there a season 2? Did you not learn your lesson watching all your friends die?
I was very angry at the end of the
'Cause
first
he's a
season, thinking
selfish
he's not a good guy.
idiot.
I guess he's supposed to be a flawed character.
Okay, but
his
there's a difference
selfishness
between
comes
flawed character and then just
There's another
what?
one.
like a-hole.
Just saw like how many people were there? Tons of
Yeah.
people die.
If you haven't watched
Murder
Squid Game
before your
yet,
eyes, and then want to go
don't
back.
Don't listen to Squid
Which
Game.
means you're desensitized
I'm going to
at
watch
this
it.
point, I guess, to death. Is that
I'm going to actually
supposed to
sit
be?
down and watch it.
I mean, it's a very easy to watch. There were some episodes that I just felt really gross after watching that I didn't
Is it
like
Korean?
watching.
You don't watch a really good Korean movie watch Parasite.
Yeah.
I know, I do.
Let's
Camdyn.
watch Parasite.
Yeah.
Watch freaking Parasite.
I like
that movie was
rom-coms.
amazing.
Yeah, it's not a
I
rom-com.
hated it when. That's the thing that's why I'm like Squid Game's not dead. Because I went live recently and I was like, oh, I love Business Proposal and Boys Over Flood. And they're like, you like K-drama? And I was like, yeah, I love K-drama. And they're like, Squid Game. I'm like,
I mean, I did like Squid Game, I think. I mean, in terms of like over 50%, I didn't hate it.
You were
I
into
hated
it
the ending of it.
until when it was getting to the end. I could see you were like,
no.
I don't like this
I
anymore.
hate watch,
It was
yeah.
when the girl died that I was like, no. What?
Spoiler
Why?
alert! Don't wait, there's lots of girls.
Okay, it's not a show worth
I know,
not
at some
spoiling.
point when you're like, how many months later is a spoiler still a thing?
Also, you know they're gonna die because he's supposed to be the only one that gets out unless you're like.
I don't like that theory. I don't like the theory that you had to automatically assume.
It
Like Hunger
depends.
Games. You don't.
No, that's
you still
BS.
hold out hope
I know.
that more than
I haven't
one
seen any
person will
Hunger
make it
Games.
out.
Don't do it. La 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 la.
It's been 10
La la
years.
la.
I
It's
know.
my fault. I haven't watched it.
But it's absolute BS that no one could have gotten out. They couldn't have, like, it could have been cool if they had an escape plan. And that one guy, too! That one guy that was trying to figure out what was behind it. There was no
Exactly.
point.
That plot line
Zero.
was stupid.
Didn't he just get shot and die?
Speaking of plot lines that I don't know.
Gone.
Okay, so
in
this is
4 episodes.
this is way back in the day, but people are still talking about. This is something people are now talking about again after it fell off for a while. Stranger Things. It's back.
I'm gonna be honest, I forgot it existed before.
People love this new season.
Do they though?
I think so. They love the guy with the long hair, but he doesn't really have long hair in real life. What's his
He
name?
doesn't have long hair in real
Yeah,
life.
it's
Which
a wig.
one?
And
He
it's
doesn't
one.
have it.
Which one
Eddie.
with the long hair?
Eddie.
Or
Eddie.
Eddie. Eddie.
What's
Eddie.
the other guy's name?
Eddie.
Eddie.
It's a guy.
I go by Eddie.
Yeah.
Because they were like, his hair is so cool. And it's like, that's a really good wig.
I don't know what I think about it. I thought there were some really boring episodes, and I thought there were some pointless storylines that they spent way too long on. I don't know. I'm still up in the air. We're waiting for the second half of the season, and I'll hold out judgment till then. But currently, I'm like, eh.
I think it could be really good. I think they just didn't know how to. They were like, oh shoot, we can't do that many episodes right now. And then they threw everything they wanted us to see in one episode.
No, I don't know.
Because that last episode was.
I don't know. I'm holding out. I want to hear what everyone else thinks about the Stranger Things. Let
I
me know
liked it.
if other people were thinking like, is this like exciting or is this just really boring?
I liked it.
I really like that one song. So there's that.
Wait, what do you think? What don't you? Well, yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything,
Yeah.
but there's some storylines I think were kind of pointless and drawn out, which I don't think they really needed. And kind
People
of boring.
find the one guy hot. People find
Which one guy hot?
the one at the end.
I haven't gotten past the
One.
second season.
Yeah.
But I've been reading that people like
Number
this
one.
one a lot.
I've been reading that people.
I haven't gotten past the
I
second
mean,
season.
because it turns into then a viral meme, and people are just talking about clocks all the time.
That's
you know
what it
how
is.
many memes?
Viral
the
memes.
The Animal Crossing subreddit, it's everywhere. They're like, "Look, what was in my Nook's cranny today?" And it's the clock. You know what I mean? And it's just like, oh,
Memes and trends. That's this day and age. That's another one that it goes around the same category, and I don't know anything about this show except for the fact that I dress like the dude, remember? And you dress like the chick. Tiger King
oh yeah,
Was
I'm so
really
glad.
I'm sorry. I just like who?
Never
No,
in
for
my
video.
Never have I ever
Oh.
watched one episode of Tiger King.
I'm so proud, and I will. That can be on my gravestone.
Yeah.
Never watched Tiger King.
But they're making a second season also, which doesn't make any
I have
sense.
no
'cause-
interest. I will not do it. I don't like documentaries. I don't like the idea that people are rooting for horrible people.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Like,
I mean,
no,
that's-
it's real. That's
Yeah.
the thing. You can root for horrible people if they're fake. Whatever. I don't care.
Yes,
They're real. They're real people. And some people are like, no.
Yeah.
It's whatever. Like, no, he honestly wasn't a bad guy. Like, really? Really?
What about something that literally fell off at a specific date and time? And I think
Pogs.
we've talked about before. Y2K.
Y2K.
Super, super big lead up, and then well, nothing happened.
Was not the
Guess
whole
that's
point?
it. And it wasn't like a deep dive into why nothing happened or whatever.
Was it the
just
next
kinda
day?
like-
They were just like, okay, let's have our
I
breakfast.
remember it
Let's
just being like, well, nothing happened. Okay.
My stepsister was terrified on Y2K.
What?
Yeah, she was terrified.
What were they watching?
And the ball drop.
I know, but I'm saying to lead up before Y2K. I feel like you have
It's
to
just
watch,
hearsay.
most
When you're in
stuff
school and all
most
the
people
kids
were
are
kinda
talking.
like, yeah, nothing's going to happen because,
This
like,
is
what
why
could
I
obviously
thought I
happen?
was so mature. I never listened
Everybody
to
thought
QC.
literally the world was just going to freaking explode.
How?
At midnight.
Just because the computer's dates don't turn over to 2000? That's what the whole Y2 thing.
Because
Was
it got
it?
blown out of proportion like everything.
You just had to do an
world.
update.
No, okay, but how did
My sister ran to the TV while the ball was dropping. 3, 2, turned it off. Crying. Crying. Ah! Turned
What
it
about
off.
the other countries that entered the next year, the year 2000 before us? Did she just think they just disappeared and there was no communication?
I don't know.
Wait,
She
what
was
about
like 6?
Was
you know
there,
what I mean?
was
But
there
I'm
no
saying-
scientist
Well, basically, they were saying like financial markets and things
This is my
like this would
stepsister.
collapse because the computer dates wouldn't turn over, and the computers would think it's 1900 or whatever because they didn't program a 4-digit date code. They only have programmed a 2-year date code. So, like 99 was 99, you know, and then 00 would have been back to 0, not 2000. So, I don't know. Just ridiculous.
And then the world was supposed
Hype.
to end again. That John Cusack movie, what was that? 2012.
2012. Well, there's so many times that the world is supposed to end, and these people will say, oh, the benchmarks have changed. This big thing that was supposed to happen on March 8th or April 9th or whatever else. And it's like, no, they've told us now something big happened that it couldn't happen now and it will happen later. The people that buy into those things.
Now it's
Wait,
a
I
resurrection
can't believe
thing.
people buy
like
into
this is
John
the
F.
end.
Kennedy coming back to life.
Yeah.
John F. Kennedy and Jesus. This is the end. Remember at the end of the movie?
Like,
Please,
no,
That's what my
I don't
mother-
want to
JFK
be.
is gonna come to Earth
raptured.
and he's gonna explode
Rapture.
it because he was behind 9/11.
What was the other one? Oh my God. Freaking whatever. What
Area
was it?
51.
Area 51.
Area 51.
Remember that thing?
Isn't that here? Oh, that's.
Well, I mean, it is in. It's in
Nevada.
Nevada, right?
it's in Nevada, right?
Yeah.
It's not like you can,
In the middle of the desert somewhere.
but you can't like.
What is it though? It's just a government.
Government site.
It's SCP, bro.
Probably,
That's where they're keeping the
bunch of
SCP.
underground bunkers.
That's where
store
they're keeping.
missiles and whatnot.
Where they store
it
SCPs.
like a-
Where
Anyways,
they
okay.
store-
4 different people said Pogs, so I'm just gonna mention Pogs. And
Pogs.
I do remember
Talked about our pogs.
Pogs was like one of the most fun
Our
games.
yin yang pogs. Your shooters and your
Slammers.
slammers. I guess you
Kapow!
can't say. Good thing you can't say that.
Cam, do you ever play Pogs or even heard of it before? You have these little discs, little plastic.
Pog is
paper
something that they
discs.
use as a thingy now. Slang.
That's what I thought when I saw
Poggers?
someone say Pogs. I thought they were
Poggers.
talking about
Yeah,
Poggers.
yeah, that's
Pogger?
totally different. Now, that's a gaming thing, right?
What
Pogger?
Is it Pog or Pogs?
Poggers?
Poggers, what's it mean?
I don't know. It's
Can-
Camden.
say
Camden. Pogs was literally gambling in 5th grade. Okay, they were like these little discs. They were about this big. You had like 30 of them. You'd put them on top. The other guy would put his on top. You would take a slammer and bam, and any of them that flipped over, picture up, you got to keep, and they became your Pogs. So it was really cool because they would have like Ninja Turtles, and you didn't have Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was so fun.
I would have been so into this. Like,
Camden had, and they outlawed them. What were those bracelets? Shape bracelets? Silly bands. Silly
Loom?
bands.
Rainbow loom?
Silly
no,
band.
silly bands.
oh, those
Remember
shaped
the silly
ones
bands
and
that came
stuff?
with shapes, and so you'd get a silly band, and you'd go to school with your silly bands, and you'd be like, "I have a dinosaur silly band. I'll trade it for 2 of your fruit silly bands." And Camden would come back with like so many silly bands up her arms. So she was like, I think you were basically probably trading 2 for 1 at some point. But anyways, they outlawed silly
I'm
bands.
a
You learned
gambler.
well, Grasshopper.
I'm still a gambler.
This is a Camden. This is
But
the only
I
thing Camden
do
does
not
think
plan on real life gambling. I gamble when I know I can get something.
I'm trading for the rares. Camden's rare silly bands.
Yeah, I'm a scammer without being a scammer.
You had Disney Princess silly bands, dinosaurs, all
That's
sorts of silly
funny.
bands. Anyways,
What?
slap bracelets. They had to outlaw slap bracelets in our
Slap
classes.
bracelets.
Did they outlaw slap bracelets in yours?
Those were so fun.
Do you remember doing the thing? I'm doing the thing right now.
What
Camden's looking at my
in
hand.
the world?
Yeah, you do this. You do
You put your
this.
slap. Okay, you put
and
your
then
arm
you-
out. No, you put your arm out. You put your slap bracelet straight across it,
And you
go put it up with your wrist, and then you catch it on your wrist.
Yeah, you catch it, yeah.
And you're freaking boss.
That is...
Because
You
you
go
were
like this
so...
with your sunglasses, and they go down in your face.
Wow,
Except
that
you're
is-
lame, and you wear real glasses, and you're a total nerd, and you never looked cool in your
This
life.
looks
That
like
was
a
my elementary
90s
school.
commercial, straight up. Like, look how boss I am. Boss. There you go. There's another one.
Boss.
I'm so boss.
So boss.
Chinese finger traps. That's one I can never get.
Those things, I hate those things.
I can never get my damn finger out of them. It's supposed to be so easy.
Well, you have to...
You squeeze it, I know, but if you don't, and you
have
just
to go
panic,
in, don't go out.
and you just freak out and do
I
that.
hate those things.
Well, that was always always the first prize at a
What
carnival.
was the thing outlawed in your school? Was Pogs eventually outlawed?
I think LPS too, remember?
Really?
Remember?
Probably
We used to trade LPS.
Oh, maybe.
But like the cheaper ones.
Pogs and
Like the off-brand.
pencil fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Because we never had a pencil. We'd break all our pencils before
Well,
class.
this also sounds dangerous.
That is dangerous. Good.
You hold the pencil, and the other person takes the pencil and goes, tries to snap the pencil in half.
Tamagotchi. This is wrong. Incorrect.
It's back, right?
Incorrect. It is,
I never was into it. I was a killer. Tamagotchi
in
killer.
America, it's not so much, like, promoted, but I follow lots of things, and Tamagotchis are huge. Like, all kinds of Tamagotchis. Like, anime collab Tamagotchis.
Is it collectors, or are they coming out with new
Sanrio
things?
Tamagotchis.
They're coming out with new?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, collab Tamagotchis.
Better
That's what
tell
I'm
my
saying.
sister. They kept the
Sanrio Tamagotchis,
alive
they had-
forever.
No, they had a Sanrio Tamagotchi line. And they were very cute. I can't get a Tamagotchi, though, because it'd take over my life.
No, you'd get bored of it. I know, Camden. You would not be able to keep alive.
You bored of what? Huh?
Wayne's, never mind. What you got, Wayne?
No, the modern ones.
I'm
There's
out,
more
actually.
you can do with
Camden's-
them, too, I think. You know? Hoverboards.
Oh my gosh, it's because they started catching on fire. That was a sudden fall off and a literal fall off. Everyone who had a hoverboard probably ended up in the ER. I was going to say literally like 5 times in that sentence, but I didn't. Saw it myself. Wayne, did you ever have the desire? I don't think a hoverboard was ever on your Christmas list.
I
because
want a
this was-
hoverboard.
This was before we had Obamacare. I don't think I would ever let you get a hoverboard. Because I was like, we cannot afford an ER visit.
Oh, never mind. You're talking about those stupid. No, I'm talking about Back to the Future. Okay, hoverboard. Like, for real.
Remember that hover bed we talked about in the last episode?
Floating around, hoverboard.
The giant
All right.
hover bed with a 2,000-pound limit.
I've never really wanted one of those hover things. I'd rather maybe like Paul Blart Mall Cop. I want one of those. What's that called?
Oh,
Segway.
Segway.
I want a Segway. I'm going to Segway to the mailbox.
I feel like I'd fall on the Segway. I don't think I could do a Segway.
I think a Segway would be easier. Than at least you have something to put your arms on. You can like kind of balance yourself on a
I
hoverboard.
know, I'd be
You're just
terrible at all
you're
these
literally
things.
just using your.
You get a Segway, I'll get behind you on a pogo ball. A pogo ball. And I'll be going down the street on a pogo ball.
I want to see this.
I'm freaking gonna get a pogo ball. I'll go check the mail with a pogo ball.
Do they even have pogo balls
Could you
anymore?
imagine seeing that going across on your Ring doorbell? Some old lady on a pogo ball. And then she comes back with the mail.
You're just pogo
Comes
balls.
back with a plant.
Yep. Yeah. Yoink.
Wow.
Pogo ball.
I want a Segway. Those are more expensive than the other things.
They're
though.
more expensive than a pogo ball.
There was too many. I wanted one until all of them started blowing up.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what we're saying. Like, literally, when that happened, everyone was like,
Well, yeah, we
I'm
did.
getting a refund.
That's a little scary.
A little bit, yeah.
You're just chilling in your home, and all of a sudden,
yeah,
it
fire
explodes.
hazard. People
Fire.
were bringing those. They outlawed them on planes.
People
Could you
literally
imagine?
lost their apartments.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to bring it on the plane anymore.
Yeah, no.
You're not even allowed to bring it to the freaking front desk.
No, bad idea. Can't even have it checked.
No lithium-ion batteries.
This is what I immediately thought of when you said this question. Was what happened to quirky? Like, not like, oh, you're so quirky, haha. Like, when it was actually trendy and everyone tried to be quirky.
Oh, like Visco
Mustache
Girl.
tattoos.
Oh, mustache.
And, like, bacon flavor. And, like,
I want to get that
unicorns.
tattoo.
The
like
mustache
getting-
tattoo?
Yeah, I want it.
You do not want it.
Why not? It's cool.
Look at Wayne sitting here with his finger.
Like, getting
I'm gonna get it
unicorn-
next Wednesday when I go back to the shop.
That could be funny. You know what would be funny, though, since you've got your Mario theme? It's a Mario mustache.
Exactly.
That's not what you were thinking.
Yes.
I just upped your thing, like, by 3,000 levels.
So, like, you know
I love how you said it like that. Like, you know damn well you weren't thinking that. All right, I'm the one that came up with the clever Mario. Okay, so I'm going to get the Mario mustache on my finger. Y'all cool with that?
That'd be cool.
Okay.
It's better than,
And the bullet bill.
Wario.
And the bullet bill on the front.
Waluigi.
That's all happening on Wednesday.
Waluigi.
Waluigi. That's even better.
Waluigi's wouldn't fit.
Listen, I want one of those, like, you know, twisted,
Handlebar.
those kind of mustaches. Isn't that
I don't think
Waluigi?
it's
Like
fit.
Dr. Eggman.
That's Waluigi, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's like Dr. Eggman, right?
Yes.
Yes, the quirkiness, the
No, I'm talking about
mustache shirt.
like Tumblr XX raw unicorn ZZZXX.
I'm going to forget it, so I'm going to write it down.
Posted, OMG, I love unicorns. Haha, XD.
There's certain things that are like people thought they were
That was
quirky or
me.
unique, and then they're everywhere. Like if you go to the kids section of the books in Target, every freaking book is about a narwhal, a llama, or a unicorn.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's no books about anything else. It's only these. What the actual frick?
I don't know.
Other animals need to...
It's happening.
Right.
I wrote it down.
Well, you need to look. You need to compare mustaches.
I'm gonna look at 'em, yeah.
Mario.
Wario.
You want to make it look specifically, make sure it looks like Mario and not some other weird mustache.
Beanie Babies.
Oh, the poor people.
I was into
the poor
those.
people who invested their children's college funds on their Beanie Babies thinking that they were going to be worth millions.
Is it over?
Oh, yeah. It's like basically dropped faster than Bitcoin.
So is NFT like the new Beanie Baby?
Yeah, exactly. You don't even get a cute little freaking Beanie Baby. You just
Beanie
get
Babies
a-
were at least, cute
You
and
just
like
get a big, weird
tangible.
internet thing.
You know, NFT is just a freaking picture.
I remember people would go crazy for the Princess Di. It was some sort of only released memorial Beanie Baby or something. There's some Beanie Babies. They're very cute. Beanie Babies are cute. So at least you get a cute little stuffy, but there you weren't going to be worth $1,000. People bought books on
You had your share of
pricing
Beanie Babies, didn't you, Cam?
Yeah.
Camdyn had Beanie Boos.
The Beanie Boos.
Beanie Boos.
Which
They
are
had
the big
bigger
eyes.
eyes.
Cute ones.
I had, and if you guys haven't seen this video, this is what we should be putting on our Patreon. All right. By the way, I can't find the Jurassic Park video, but I'll
That
look
is
for it.
so sad. That's
I
a
will
great
find
video.
it. I know it's somewhere, but this is a video that you must see. I did once upon a time a sponsorship with Mooshmallows.
Which were the
It's on my
original
Instagram.
Squishmallows, or they were the brand that was competing with Squishmallow.
Yes.
And they had to change their name from Mooshmallows because of Squishmallow.
And I basically just like a strange addiction to Mooshmallows.
It was a
and
good-
it was
it was
a
a good
really
video.
fun video to make. And
And then
That's just on my Instagram.
Then they changed their thing to Moosh Moosh.
Yeah, Moosh Moosh.
Moosh Moosh.
it's
Are
gone
they
now.
still around?
Mooshmallows are gone.
I don't know, but Squishmallows are big. Too bad we didn't get in early on the Squishmallow train.
Yeah.
We could have bought stock in Squishmallow. Maybe they would have offered you stock options instead of payment for your video, and we'd be billionaires.
Oh my god. There's so many times we could have been billionaires.
Yeah.
What about freaking pillow pets? Is that still a thing? Remember pillow pets?
Oh, Pillow
With
Pet.
little arms, little
Camden
head.
loved Pillow
Kinda.
Pet. But they were ugly. You wanted every
seen
Pillow
them.
Pet.
Yeah, you did. Especially the Disney ones.
The ugly ones were the best ones.
Cam with Strawberry Cow, Pillow Pet.
The pillow pets from like the early 2000s. Remember their
No, if I had a strawberry cow pillow
Everyone
pet, that
had
would
a
be
freaking
selling
ladybug
for thousands.
pillow pet.
The ladybug is so ugly, and I love it.
This is gonna be my new
Comments
wallpaper.
if you had. Oh no. Comments if you
Oh
had
my god,
a
Furbies.
ladybug pillow pet.
Ugh.
Furby, we need to get out all Camden's Furbies. We'll put all your
Hopefully
Furbies
they still have
next
the
to all
Furby
my
app.
troll dolls, and they'll just be our Halloween decorations.
Oh,
We'll
maybe.
be your Furbies and our trolls.
I
My
miss
trolls.
maybe. I need my maybe.
You actually had an app where you interacted with them.
Yeah.
Wado,
that was
Wado
so cool.
like me to woo.
Did she have that
I
ladybug?
had-
I
I
think.
sang everyone had a freaking ladybug.
I think
Yeah.
I had Wado and maybe.
Yeah.
And then the ones that was like zebra, I think it was like Zido.
How cute. They were very
Those were fun.
I know. I would still play with a Furby. I'd still play with a Furby if it worked.
I'm sure if you just change the
The
batteries,
app
they'd
though.
work.
Is
Oh,
the app there?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think there might be more modern Furbies. Maybe I'll have to.
I have a genuine
I
question.
can't buy
Is Fruitopia gone? Because I was like looking up stuff just for this question, and they said that Fruitopia was like one of the. Remember Fruitopia?
They used to have it at McDonald's, didn't they?
Yes, they did. It's gone now.
They don't have it anymore.
But like, you can't even get like a.
My Fruitopia was clearly Canadian. Do you remember Clearly Canadian?
No.
Oh my god! Oh,
Because clearly I like strawberry.
I need to ask Ben, our Canadian patron.
Yeah. Ben.
If they have Clearly Canadian up there still. It was in a glass bottle. It was like a sparkling fruit drink.
With the little thing is floating in it.
No, it didn't have Orbeez in it.
That was called Fuse.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Clearly Canadian.
Clearly
it was
Canadian.
so good. And they had it in cases at Costco for a while. It was so good.
No. But I remember strawberry Fruitopia.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But wasn't it with like a fruit soda?
Yeah. It was like a crush.
It was
Right.
good. It was good.
They
But
don't
it's
have
gone.
it anymore, huh?
Apparently it's gone. It's Crystal Pepsi gone.
Crystal Pepsi gone. They gave away like 10 Crystal Pepsis for the Crystal Pepsi anniversary or something on their Twitter. And people were going crazy for it. I'm like, we literally have a Crystal Pepsi sitting in our cupboard from years and years and years ago.
They gave away 10 of them?
Yeah. Like 10 bottles.
Oh, wow.
That's why I kept it. It's going to be our Beanie Baby.
We have one.
I know. I was insane. We're going to keep our Crystal Pepsi forever.
It's literally like...
Will it to Camden.
You know, you can...
Yeah,
like,
it's like
when bottles get so old...
It's kind of like imploding on itself.
that they don't have any... Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
It's very strange. What else you got, Cam?
Galaxy pattern. Same, that goes with my quirky.
Galaxy pattern.
Quirky girl
The
face.
Visco girl stuff.
That is not Visco. That's 2013 scene.
That is the... But I'm thinking of Visco.
Visco is not Galaxy. They think they're too cool for Galaxy.
Freaking Hydro Flasks. You know what Hydro Flasks have been replaced by?
They're not dead.
Stanley Cups.
What?
The Stanley Quencher Cups. And I want one, but they're $40.
What's a hydro flask?
That's
The thing that
cheaper
every
than
kid had when Camden was a freshman in high school. Every kid had a Hydro Flask. Every girl.
a Stanley what?
And then they had a Stanley Quencher Cup. And then they had their
like a cup?
scrunchie on their arm, and they had their Hydro Flask.
Google it. I'm going to Google hydro flask.
Okay.
People are just trying to copy me and call it different stuff.
What?
They were like, Camden drinks out of a Starbucks cup, so we're gonna make a Starbucks cup, but with that's supposed to be for water and travel.
Well, they have the really cold ones, like the one I have, but
It looks like a goddamn Starbucks cup.
Oh, Cam is angry.
I'm...
Okay, this is a good one. This is
I will
what Rebecca
never ditch
says. Our patron
Starbucks.
Rebecca. Puka shell necklaces. Are they back? Everything else early 2000s is back.
No, I don't think so, but I had one.
I also had
I have
one.
pictures of
I
me
had
in
puka
one.
shell. I had the little shells. What are the ones like the little conch type shells in a row? Then I had a puka shell one layered with
Remember
like
those.
3 hemp necklaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hemp necklaces.
Yeah.
That was a thing,
It
too.
was very similar to the puka shell time.
Hot topic.
Yeah, we always talk about our hot topic
And
days.
hemp necklaces and puka shells.
Trading spaces, that was so popular back in the day.
That's the one where they traded, like...
You traded like with someone,
Families?
one of your neighbors. No. You traded houses with one of your neighbors, and you had 2 days to make it over for $1,500, $1,000. And they were terrible. They glued like straw to the wall and did all
You'd be
these
good
ugly
at that.
things. I'd be excellent.
I think
at
you'd be
it.
really good at that.
But these people were famously terrible at it. But it was a super popular show. And you had some people, you'd be like, you really hope for like Vern or Genevieve. But then if you got Hilda, you're like, oh no, our house is getting screwed up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you had
But
to
I
do
used
it.
to get it because back when I grew up, we didn't have cable. And so when I was at college, I would tape Trading Spaces. And I'd bring home the tapes when I came home for like Christmas vacation.
I
So
kind of
then I could
remember the
watch Trading
reactions.
Spaces.
Like people coming into the living room and just like,
Yeah,
man.
some were angry. I bet there's a compilation of angry.
Well, yeah,
Trading
because
Spaces.
you have to undo that.
Yeah.
If you hate it, you have to
If
undo
they
it.
glued straw to your wall and put sand all over your floor, all these other weird things they did, and you'd be like, "Oh, I'm so pissed."
Well, what was the one where like the vegan would go to like the hunter and they would switch?
Oh, trading places.
Trading Spouses?
Trading Spouses.
Trading Spouses.
That's one we've talked about.
Which was probably the same people that made Trading Places. I don't know. But
Yeah, was it a TLC?
that was a pretty funny
weird
one.
TLC shows that you watch because you have TLC and cable. But yeah.
TLC and DIY, you're not allowed to watch that channel.
I'm glad I don't watch them anymore because we don't have cable.
You'd watch the DIY channel, and next thing you'd be like, we're going to do the backyard. I'm like, the backyard doesn't need done.
Maybe if you would have watched more DIY channel, you'd actually be handy.
Nah. I don't need to be handy.
Because I'm handy.
I'm funny.
Looking. I have to say it every time. Why do I have to say it
Motherfricker!
every time.
One day goes by without her. No.
Every
one
time
day.
you say funny, I have to say looking. I say the same thing about myself.
I'm
if Camdyn
funny.
says I'm funny, I go looking. Because I'm also funny looking. Camden's not funny looking, also not
So
funny.
she gets her funny looks.
That's so mean.
I'm just kidding. Camden's funny in her own way.
I'm very funny.
I'm hilarious.
I'm very.
And you're really funny too.
Hill areas.
I'm hashtag quirky.
I'm a mountain.
I literally completely forgot about this. I think I saw a single Instagram post about it, and people were like, this is going to be a big thing, and it's a big problem. Remember, people were like, this is modern zombies, and it was people doing bath salts and eating people's faces.
Oh, Jesus.
Florida.
It was Florida.
It was Florida.
These old... Oh, I don't even want to recap the story. I have it in my head. I still remember this story.
What was
Is
Florida?
it still...
Everything's Florida.
I mean,
I hope...
was it ever more than one occurrence?
I
It was
don't
just
know.
one guy, and they were like, oh my god, zombies are coming.
I know as bad as it sounds, I, don't watch the news anymore because of my mental health, but...
Was that real?
Yeah. Don't do drugs, kids.
Baths?
Unless they're legal in your state, then you could probably do them fine.
How
But do
weird.
them safely, I suppose.
Oh, hell no. You're uncultured. The Sims? Go away. Come
Go
on.
away.
Come on.
It is. It's not even cool anymore.
It is. It is
You're not
cool.
even cool unless you have 3,000 hours into your Sims game.
Sorry, I have over 5,000. What was that?
Noob.
Sorry, what was that? 3,000? I bet you can't even name
Do you
every
even
townie
Sims
ever.
go? No. I still remember the Goths. Do they still have the Goths?
Yes, they have the Goths. And they actually made it better because they, whitewashed the Goths and now they changed it back. Because in The Sims 3 and 4, Bella Goth was white.
I still remember
No.
my sister's names, or for our Sims, I think it was the original Sims. I don't think it was Sims 2. It was on our old Mac. They were Tad and Bella Duper.
That's amazing.
Tad and Bella Duper. Did he still Bella Goth? I think Tad Duper was the original one, and then I think he stole Bella away.
Are you married townies?
I don't know. Yeah, you couldn't. Your computer couldn't run more than one family very well back in the day.
You just married Bob Pancakes. You know, but I like Bob Pancakes. Bob Pancakes is my favorite.
What do you
townie.
think about crop circles? This is another one brought up.
That was actually a thing.
Yeah.
When?
I never
Like
paid
a thing.
enough attention to it.
No.
I think it was, yeah, people were being like, this weird thing.
No. They, really?
Yes.
When?
Like that movie Signs.
Yes, it was
That
probably
was
around
crop
that
circles,
time.
right?
Yeah, that's signs.
The aluminum foil.
No way.
Back in the day, and also, I don't think they have it anymore at the checkout, the National Enquirer.
Yeah.
Do they still have that?
They have similar ones.
But it would have a thing on there about crop circles or alien baby, mermaid,
They were
real
super
life
entertaining.
mermaid. Ugh.
They were super entertaining. Then they started being dumb and lying about celebrities, and they lost their
celebrity junk,
license.
exactly.
But they would have just kept it obviously
Yes,
fake. It would have been
exactly.
fun.
Mermaid washed up on whatever Cape Cod.
Crop circle, is that supposed to be like a UFO landing? So
That's
the
what-
circle
well,
is
no, I think
the.
they've said it's made by
Signs from the
aliens.
aliens.
Yeah,
It's signs.
signs, because they're usually
That's why the movie's called Signs. Because it's signs from the aliens.
I mean, it could be. It could
Joke's
also
on you,
be-
I've never seen the
It
movie.
could also be about mathematics.
I mean, I watched it, but I didn't watch
Just
it. You know what I mean?
I don't like what's his name.
Like, it was on in the
M.
background.
Night Shyamalan.
I didn't
M.
like
Night
it.
Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
He stole the one
Joaquin
movie.
Phoenix, right?
He ruined freaking Avatar.
Wasn't the Joker in it? Joaquin Phoenix?
Wait, what? He did?
He was the one that did
He made the movie?
The real live, the live action
You mean the animated?
Airbender.
Guess he didn't have a sixth sense about making movies.
He did Sixth Sense?
Yes, Camden's like, I hate this guy. Wait,
But it was
what did he
really
do?
happening.
I did a research process, but didn't he like steal
Some
Some ideas, I don't know.
steal?
I think he's overrated
That one
personally. And the
movie.
way that the aliens have to die
She's
in
all
science
that.
is literally the dumbest crap I've ever heard. So.
Say, wait, aliens what?
You believe in aliens, man?
Do I believe in aliens, man?
Yeah.
I believe in
Aliens, woman.
extraterrestrials. Or what?
No.
Do I believe in extraterrestrials? That's like, yeah, there's something beyond that.
Nah.
You don't believe there's, well, there's
Believe
proof-
in aliens before you believe in ghosts.
No, there's proof of living things on other planets.
Yeah.
But they're not like big oval.
We're saying the chances of living
Anthropomorphic
things,
things.
yes, being
Just
human
another
They're like
being.
shrimp.
would be.
They're like shrimp.
Just
So
another
aliens
being.
exist. They're shrimp.
Because this is all random, dude.
I think they're gonna be. I think the most likely alien, like big alien, is gonna be like a weird deep sea creature looking thing.
Shrimp
Because
or
that's
But
what they
there's
look
no-
like so
but we have to
far.
find somewhere with water first.
No, that's what they look like so far. Like they're weird little shrimp.
Tardigrade.
Have you seen them?
Yeah, I mean, like a single cell. I don't know. I don't want to get into the alien
They look
debate,
scary.
but I wouldn't mind looking for some aliens.
Well, it's not a debate.
Maybe when we
There's
do
something
our,
there. It just depends on if it'll evolve or something.
We're gonna do our ghost hunting, and then maybe we'll branch off into other areas of the unexplained.
I think because the deep sea is so vast that the universe is so big, and there's gonna be weird crap. Not like humanoid though.
Any more things? I'm gonna do better with my question next time. I feel like I have to lay this all out in a rubric and be like, these are the answers I want. Thank you very much. Give me something I can speak about that I haven't spoke about 100 times, because I always just go on a tangent. We always end up talking about pogs and your small nipples.
Leave my small nipples alone.
I do. I haven't touched them in years.
Murder hornets.
Murder hornets.
Wasn't that like a thing for like a week?
Yeah, that was early
People were
2020.
scared. They came back too, didn't they? Like recently.
I think.
We did a video on it, remember?
Yeah.
Murder
I
hornets.
don't. People
Going outside, it's terrifying, but
I've never been stung by a bee, so.
weren't they not even like in the U.S.?
Stay
no, they
away.
were. There was some in Washington.
Oh, there were. Scary. Just don't leave the house, people. It's that easy.
I want to leave the house. I want to live in the woods.
Oh,
Is American
that's
Idol
super.
still on?
Yes.
But everybody talks about American Idol
No
like
one
when it
ever
was
makes
first
it big anymore.
out.
That's why I think it's all a conspiracy.
Sterling 8777 said American Idol, and I gotta say that I definitely agree with you there.
Yes, we have Carrie Underwood, and we have Kelly Clarkson.
Jennifer Lopez ruined it. What happened was like we had good judges at the beginning. We had Simon Cowell, we had Randy, and we had who else?
Paul Abdul.
Paul Abdul. Okay, who was like duh, but you know they were fine.
Dog.
And then the
It's a no from me, dog.
we even watched it. Clay Aiken. Those times.
I like Clay.
It was really good those times, though. I'm saying
Yes.
it just seems different now.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem the same.
No one ever makes it big. It all seems very contrived. Too many country singers won.
Yeah.
And it's the same with The Voice. They never made it big. You never heard of them again. And too many country singers won.
You know what? Someone said that I'm going
Yeah,
to
we used to watch The Voice.
absolutely
We liked that.
debunk because I am on like a aesthetic gamer thing,
Okay.
and every one of these people has one. Flip phones,
Oh
not
my
like
gosh.
vintage.
This is for the sake of being quirky.
No,
it's not
no,
the
no,
one that
no,
fold in
no,
half,
no.
like the cool ones that fold in half.
No, it is the cool ones that fold.
Oh, okay.
But they have cases that, like, you know, it's a flip phone. Like, it's called Galaxy, I think. It's Galaxy Flip.
The flip phones had a fatal error. It had a weak point where it flipped. So every flip phone I ever had always ended up breaking at the flip part and then was kind of hanging by wires. And so I kind of had a really crappy...
That's
all
why
my
they
cell phones
upgraded it.
devolved into broken things.
That's
my
why-
original Nokia, I had a paper clip as the antenna. My flip phone broke in half. Terrible. My droid died at Disneyland.
I'm
when I
gonna
went
be
through that
straight up. I
busy River Rapids.
hate the people in my generation that are
I
like,
totally had that,
replaced my iPhone with a flip phone, getting out of this social media echo chamber. Like, you're so mature, dude. Like, really? I don't own TikTok energy.
Oh my gosh. Butterfinger BBs.
Do you remember those?
And Heath ones. What
Those
were the
sound
Heath bites? The Heath balls. You love the Heath balls.
It was so good.
They don't have them anymore.
They were just called Heath Bites.
You used to get Heath Bites in your stocking.
I remember.
Oh no! Whatever happened to those? They were just
Butterfinger
gone.
BBs are so much better than those mini freaking Butterfingers.
I like mini Butterfinger.
That they give you at the movie theater.
I like the unwrapped mini Butterfinger.
BBs are better.
But they are good. Butterfinger
The circle,
BBs.
the balls.
The
You need
Butterfinger
more ball
balls.
candy.
More candy in form of balls, please.
Ball
Thank you.
candy. Candy balls. Yeah.
Okay, guys, you're listening to Famous-ish.
Famous.
We're here, ish.
Ish.
For those of you who don't know, it's Wayne, Camdyn, and myself. I'm Alice. Share this with your friends. Subscribe.
Yeah.
I'm Wayne, social media comedian, dad joke connoisseur. This is my wife, Alice. She's
Just here.
Alice. And then we have Camdyn, who, of course, you know. Hey, Cam.
The
is
brains
the
and the brawn.
star of the
I'm not
videos
brains.
and everything.
She's the brawn. I'm the brains.
Let's be honest, Alice is amazing. She's a lot of thought behind our
Isn't
skits.
Braun, like,
She is the host of podcasts. I consider
cool?
myself the co-host, not the host.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And it's just amazing. Famous-ish is really good. And yes, tell your friends, share this podcast
like-
with your friends. Let them know, hey, these guys are kind of funny.
Yeah, find your favorite episode, share it with your friends. Let us know what your favorite episode or favorite bits have been. Let us know what we can do better. Leave a review. Do whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatevs.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care.
And now, for nostalgic reasons,
whatever,
even though they
like,
both
we
don't
don't
want to and they're
care.
avoiding me,
Or
we're
like,
going to do the song. Famous.
Oh.
Why? We're literally trying to attract new people. You're just gonna make them
I
click
told
off.
you they're not going to do it. Famous.
Famous. It feels like you're being like...
No, you did it wrong. Aren't you the middle? You did the
Oh,
first note.
famous.
No, you got it.
Who was it? What was the order? Cam has to
gotta
refresh our
go.
old brains.
Famous.
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 Ish.
Oh, it's just worse than I remember.
We don't have a god.
We
If we
need to
had
do
an
this
established
every
tone,
episode.
people. If we had an established tone, it'd be fine. But no, we go out willy nilly, and we're like,
That's why it's better.
Brain thinks he's Justin Timberlake.
It's
That's all
real.
falsetto.
because it's
There's
quirky.
no auto-tune here, people.
No, it's not the fact that it's auto-tune. It's the fact that no one knows what they're doing. It's like Happy Birthday. We never are like starting tone.
Give us
So
some
it starts on
ideas,
5
some
different
things you'd like
levels.
us to cover, some whatevers,
Chaotic.
whatever. I don't care.
I got
You
guested
should,
on
you should
a
follow us
pretty
or
big
whatever.
podcast.
It's not like we
And
care
they
or
said, bring it
anything.
back.
It's-
What?
What?
That was a long time ago.
What
that was
did they
back
say?
when we were whatever.
Doesn't matter. They said that
They
it
said
was
they liked the ditty.
the ditty was their favorite part.
A single person said
not
this,
the
and
only
that is
people that
taken
have
It was
as
said
back
the
when
that.
we had good bits. Now we're just old and tired. And whatever.
So how many
Hey,
seasons? That's
oh, wow,
it. After
so
the
now
third
I'm
season,
grouped
it's
in with the
over. We can't do it
40-year-old.
again.
No, we've talked about this before. We already teased that our third season is kind of like an actual season on a TV show. We started off very strong. We had a couple good episodes. Then we hit the mid-season lull. Then we kind of had the gimmick episode, which was the roast, which then brought a bunch of people in. So we had the roast episode. If you haven't listened to it, listen to the roast. We got super big, and then people were like, the next one, okay, let down. Wait a minute. The storyline doesn't need to go on anymore.
Yeah.
And now we need to figure out how to come up with a big finale for the end.
Where my name is Earl. Oh, great.
We cannot be the show that jumped the shark. We cannot be the show that just fizzled out. Didn't get another season.
Well, if you're not happy, tough titties.
Haha,
titties.
tough titties.
I guess I said
That was
to
a
the kid.
segue.
Tough titties, kitties. Say
Tough
to our
titties,
cats.
Norman.
That seems weird.
I don't like it either. Is titties like, it's a little bit derogatory towards boobies?
Titties.
What? Why
Badonkadonks,
is it
bahonkadonks?
derogatory?
Titties, boobs, bahonkadonks, that's the best one.
Everyone loves
Honkadonks.
bahonkadonks.
Please just call them men.
Honkers.
Everyone
Jugs.
loves mommy milkers.
No, I feel like these are bad. I don't know. I don't know what I prefer them to be called.
No, listen, okay. Mom jokes, milfs, and titties used to be derogatory, and now we're making them women empowerment, okay?
We're owning them again.
MILFs are women empowerment. A lot of people my age say they want to be MILFs.
If you're going to make fun of my small nipples, I'm going to
If
say
they're a mom,
titties.
they better be a MILF. That's what they're saying then, you know?
MILF
Titties.
to their husbands or partners, or not to people who... They don't want to be a MILF to, like, people who are, like... I don't like that idea, because that implies that it's, like, younger people thinking you're
Well,
MILF.
no, but, like, they just want to be, like,
Hot.
hot, yeah.
I'm too hot. It's just too
Like
hot.
they
here.
want to. They're saying like I saw this TikTok that was like when I'm a mom and if I'm a mom, and they were like I'm gonna get those sunglasses, mom jeans, and I'm gonna be chewing gum when I pick my kid up from school, and all the teachers and stuff are gonna look at me because I'm gonna be the hot MILF.
I don't know what I think about this trend.
Well, it's like a movie, like a 2000s
I know,
movie.
But I also
If you think
that
about
maybe
it
it was
more
kind of
like that-
inappropriate.
I think they're also joking.
Oh.
Actually, but it's cool. We're bringing back MILF and making
I'm
it better.
fine. I don't need to be a MILF. I just want to. I don't even want to exist. Thank you.
Don't acknowledge.
Please don't acknowledge me. Don't draw any attention to me. I actually would go out of my way not to be a MILF. People might look at me.
No MILF, no ILF, not even the M. Just don't
Nothing.
acknowledge.
Yes. Oh, our cats are being so cute. We gotta go give them some love.
Oh
Thanks for
my
listening,
God.
guys. Send
I
us
just
in
rolled
questions.
over.
Send us in things for next week.
Yes.
Let us know what you'd like to see from the big end of season arc.
Ooh.
We could have an arc, you know.
Villain.
Yes.
Villain
Yes, we need
story.
a new villain to come.
We need a villain story.
The origin story.
Munchie's the villain. He
Thanks for
chews on
listening.
stuff.
He's tiring us out, though. He is.
Yeah,
See you
right.
next week.
Bye.